right? You spam the voice line, you freeze someone up.
Hang in there.
You spam, I can't remember if V is the default key because I've changed a lot of mine around, but I just spam V when I play Mei. It's like, hello, hello. Like, is the hey there one is the most annoying one.
I've got voice line on F, so it's very, very spammable.
I have Happy New Year's in Chinese on mine actually as well. That's also, it's pretty long, so it's very easily spammed.
Mao's right now, on the Ashe, could be using those dynamites to great effect to deal a lot of damage. And those dynamites are so important, Jules, because you're trying to overwhelm Zytor, right? That's only a single healer Mercy with 50 HPS.
What?
Naga getting early picks right here is going to force out a resurrection. No second chances, and Mao's good duck right there. Breaks the hook. Mao's not going to be happy about that one.
Yeah, dropped to 50 HP. Someone heal him. He's on 199. Please heal him. 1 HP. They give you, what, 0.5% of an ult, but still. Naga needs a lot of healing, though. He's taking so much spam damage, Harry. This turret's going to do a lot of work to him. He does keep consistently destroying it, so it's all good for that. For the time, but Maus is going to get taken down. They end up trading as Ricky ends up falling as well. Maus gets resurrected behind the shield, and now a Holt's being people on the onto the low ground. Meanwhile, Ricky gets resurrected as well, so it's a 6v6, but Gustav popping the ult is going to be able to heal Naga wherever he so chooses to go.
And now we need to see Zytor get that Valkyrie back as well. He's got it, and he instantly pops, but Moose is down.
He's on the flank. He ended up getting punished for it this time around, but they trade kills with Obling. Those resurrects, Harry, are going to come up fairly soon, but not quite in time enough, I don't think. Mukamada ends up falling. They end up trading with Naga, but Shoes Money Crew is still clamoring to actually get back on this point. More reses are going to come out. And now Moose back on the ball to try and just cause some extra disruption in the back line.
Look at all that space Huddy's claimed. Moose is instantly frozen up and executed. Bob's on the field, boys.
He is, and he's on the point as well, forcing the rest of Clockwork Vendetta to scurry for cover. Mouse on the high ground and no one can deal with him. That's a lot of damage onto the Orisa, but the issue is you're not checking Mukamada, who's on the flank of his own. Dragon Strike onto the point, clear everybody away, but you have to deal with Naga if you're in this situation. A tick hasn't been claimed, but Naga goes completely unchecked. Barrage comes out, but they end up trading.
They're going to trade that one. Haddy's got control of the point. Boom for resurrections are through.
How's this still happening? How is Clockwork Vendetta still on the point? 6th resurrection comes out of this initial attack as Obling comes up. Now Murky on the high ground trying to deal with people. Obling quickly checks him. And finally, that supercharger helping Shoes Money Crew clean up the point. Engineer, you're going to go down in the end. Clockwork Vendetta, Scram, and Shoes Money Crew will end up capping.
They won on their first fight, Jaws, but 2 minutes and 15 seconds of their time bank is already gone. Speaking of walls and superchargers, well, Ricky there got huge value by putting down his wall on top of the supercharger of Orisa. That blocks off any line of sight as it exists inside that pillar, meaning that ultimate wall not destroyed was not getting any value at all, meaning that there was less damage coming out of Shoes Money Crew. Good tech from him, and this is why these guys, when they're specialists on their heroes, like Mauser's on Tracer.
One shot.
Yikes.
That's another one shot. Oh, but the best ends up going down as well. The hook combo did come through. And Ricky cleaning people up with the right clicks. And now they can hold this wall. What a perfect situation to do it in.
They can take
nice little
place.
click as well. Ricky's pretty accurate with the right clicks. You wouldn't have thought it. Gustav kind of begging for his life. I think Naga is as well. He's trying to bargain with them currently. Up in the skylights. He's end up going to go now. Engineer's going to claim his life. And Clockwork Vendetta can hold this corner pretty firm now.
You need hit scan to deal with Farah, they said. Not when you're up against projectile players of this caliber. Naga's going to get resurrected. Momentum, Shoes Money Crew's side right now, but for 30 seconds, all deaths are permanent. There's no second chances that are going to be delivered, but what is going to be delivered is a Molten Core from Engineer, which can direct so much of this incoming damage, and it can shepherd a team into unlikely scenarios.
That wall's going to stop a lot of that incoming damage as well. Doesn't stop the Dragon Strike, of course, but what it does do is stop Shoes Money Crew capitalizing on it. Naga's going to go down again. That Supercharger's in a good space too. This is almost a perfect situation for Clockwork Vendetta, Harry. They can hide around the corner, use it as cover. Supercharger used right there as well. And Mukamada can use his Dragon Strike on these very, very tight corners that are kind of hard to escape from. Plus, the Holts have been so good as well, almost guaranteeing them a win just using one ultimate.
No doubt wants to combine it with a Holt. There's the Holt, there's the Dragon Strike. Everyone gets brought in. Will they die?
So low. Mao's Obling. Look, they're going to go for the flank. Oh, Naga checks Mukamada as he goes through it, but Mini-Me's there with the left click. I'll be the best, at least cleans him up. Boost on the flank. He's got Hog as well. Run, Ash, run. Mouse gets sent straight back to his spawn. And Obling with his teammates all the way back he has to go down in the end. And Shoes Money Crew struggling once again to get around this first corner.
You ever just mess around and use 5 ults? Jaws, Clockwork Vendetta do. They've got nothing for this next fight. Look at that. Zilch, not even 50% on this cart right now. Mouse has for Bob to try and control, to try and contest, but going up against this much control, he may be rather useless. And Munkmada, he's putting Naga on notice. You gotta get up in the sky because Munkmada's gonna take you down.
It's a perfect pick from Munkmada on this point. Uh-oh, please. Okay, Bob. That was only Bob. Kind of scared me for a moment there, but he didn't lose much health when he was shot near the face. Moose ends up falling to Naga. Very hard resurrection point to actually hit, especially for your Clockwork Vendetta. Zytor still manages to get off, though, and Minimi takes out RB the best. Naga's going to look for a big flank, but Engineer and the rest of the team are perfectly cleaning these people up. Engineer's going to find 2. He goes down to the Dragon Strike, but the damage has already been done.
Projectile hero, by the way. Obling managed to pivot up. Mouse is going to swap over now onto the Widowmaker. Wants to try and duel this one out with a supercharger. May well get this for Shoes Money.
This stall is terrifying, but look at Moose. He's on the back line. A perfect hold to actually pull him away from getting the one-shot. And now Mouse gets to switch over to his signature Widow. Picks off 2, and I'll be the best, finishes the rest off. Shoes Money Crew still moving this payload, Harry. But we're only 50 seconds remaining. They got a lot of way to actually cover here, and Clockwork Vendetta, they got a lot of key ultimates coming up online.
Yeah, the thing is, Clockwork Vendetta, they can have so much trouble, Jaws, controlling this high ground. You can see Obling and Mouse and Naga, they're all posted up here. They can see all the potential entrances and rain spam down upon them. I'll be the best can lock down 1 if they decide to split up their push, and Munkmada has the infrasight active. That means everyone knows where these up high members are. Nothing going to be gained from that halt, unfortunately. The turret's already down, and the cart is rolling in towards completion.
Blizzard, though, is going to come out straight round the corner. Instant hog to push everybody away, but he can't push the Blizzard. Mouse is going to take out Ricky, and the rest of them are going to go down with him. Naga uses the barrage as kind of a victory firework. Shoes Money Crew, with time remaining, Harry, do end up claiming the point. 1 minute and 40 seconds to push on last, but this is one of the most defensible points on the map now. And Clockwork Vendetta, they can come online.
And I've loved it before, I'm still loving it. I'll be the best on the May. It helped them to win downtown on Busan, the only victory we've really seen from Shoes Money Crew thus far. Mouse almost has the infrasights. It's ready to go now. Will he wait? No, he won't have to. Munkmada swap back over to the Hanzo, so Mouse can pop this freely. He doesn't have to worry about the counter sights coming through. He doesn't have to worry about those pellets, so if they hit you in the head, you're not going to be taking a huge amount. Ooh.
There's Dragon Strike. Pulled back in is the Roadhog, but he's got the breather. Minimi's going to go low as well. He's actually trapped off by the wall, and he's going to be able to find the kill, and now the shield's going to go down. Zytor with a clutch res, though. Haddy might be able to escape with his life, for once at least. Ricky's going to use that ultimate as well to split everybody off. Shoes Money Crew is safe for the time being, though, as Gustav popped his own to heal everybody up through it.
There we are. Both teams now caught in an impasse at a deadlock. No one wants to touch the cart right now. They prefer their corners with a physical cover to save them from the incoming sniper fire of Mouse and Obling. Moose don't peek too far right now. 300 health. Not going to stay there for long. And now they put the wall up in front of the Arista. They want to make sure they're obscuring vision, denying information to Shoes Money Crew as they move into this final area.
Nice little hook and a headshot as well to finish it off. Arby the best goes down as well. Very, very quick team fight, although, again, we are seeing Clockwork Vendetta invest a whole bunch into this fight, Harry. They got Moose's ult to really rely on here, and actually Engineer goes down, so right now they're really looking to capitalize on this. They're not going to be able to, though, even though they throw in the rest. The ball's going to have to come back rather quickly as time is now ticking down. Minimi takes out Huddy, and now it's all up to Naga, building up towards his ult to try and fight something, but Obling's already dead. Obby the best is going to come back with the Blizzard as well, but is he actually going to be able to touch the cart? I don't think so. Engineer takes out Naga with the turret. Blizzard comes through. Clockwork Vendetta, though, are going to easily be able to hold this for the time. Ricky ends up falling, but Clockwork Vendetta, they've got the spawns. Mouse is going to go down. Oh, no. There's one for the Twitter. Minimi's going to get resurrected too. Mouse gets up also, but the perfect defensive position from CV should force the rest of Shoes Money Crew off this point.
The pile driver will be there, and the Reaper's in as well. This can do a huge amount of damage. He's got self-sustain.
Mouse actually kills Zytor with actually the Venom Mine. The healing disappears, and Naga takes over the game. It's not out of the game isn't over just yet, but Ricky's going to be able to find 2. The Blizzard on the payload. It looks so good for Naga. They managed to take out the Mercy in the end, but Munkmada comes in clutch once again.
And we talked about this previously, Jaws. The endothermic blast of a left click, it now pierces, so you can get multiple freezes, multiple controls on many members grouped together at once. He uses that to get a freeze on 2 members, gets the headshots onto Naga. It can be sort of followed up as well, and when you've got Naga CC'd, that's when Reaper's at his weakest, because he cannot be healing himself. He can't use his Wraith.
Wraith? Yeah, it's Wraith.
Yeah, is Wraith form Shadow Step? No, Shadow Step's for teleport. I think it's Wraith form.
It's because we haven't seen Reaper in an age.
Like, I keep forgetting his ultimate.
Death Blossom.
Death Blossom.
I say that every time.
Spinning and Beyblading.
Spinning alt kills people. I did see a cool clip of...
Spinning and shooting his guns.
Did see a cool clip of Mira the other day actually getting a 5k on the Nano Reaper, something we haven't seen for about how many years?
About 2016 vibes, Overwatch Open.
I was going to say about 10 to 15 years we haven't seen that for. But there it is. Reaper is still viable, by the way. Don't worry, guys.
That was Misfits' glory days in Overwatch.
Way back when.
Way back when.
2016. If anybody can actually think that far back. I definitely can't. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning. That's just how it goes. To be fair, that's kind of a gift and a curse in some ways. Don't remember a lot, but when I do, normally they're good things. When I lose games in solo queue, thankfully I don't actually remember those and I just continue playing.
Yeah, you should probably talk to your psychiatrist about that memory repression.
About losing comp games?
Yeah.
Sometimes it really gets to me, Harry. What can I say?
He's got to unearth those memories, Jules.
Clockwork Vendetta, by the way, this is the second time they've managed to hold the cart, on Hollywood in that position. Again, it shows the strength of their comp and how well they execute it. Monk Martyr in the end with Ricky finding 2 crucial picks that we thought, well, I particularly thought he'd turn it around with the Reaper, but it's all those clutch factor moments that comes in, and Monk Martyr, almost a perfect player when it comes to those situations. His Widowmaker, Hanzo, almost anything he plays right now, just sublime.
And the particular geometry of that location gives so many chokes. You can see Mini-Me moving forward. Great wall there, blocks off the hook from Moose. No opportunistic hog this time around. Clockwork Vendetta, they go around the side, they wait to get their position, and now they're already contesting the point.
Nice little boot there onto Moose. Can't actually land the hook onto Mouse, who's sitting topside currently. Everybody gets dragged in. Mouse manages to find the initial pick onto Clockwork Vendetta, but Ricky's going to go low, but they actually trade it out. Mouse and Ricky end up falling, but Hattie, doesn't matter though. He's still there in stationary form, just shooting people. I'm not sure he's going to be able to.
He's been marked.
Yeah, they know exactly where he is. No way you can do it.
Be a big stagger onto Moose right here.
Plus, he's going to give somebody ult charge over as well, Harry.
Yeah, if I'll be
he's so low.
If I'll be the best, can freeze him. This would be a huge stagger. Moose, where are you going?
But it's a distraction.
Yeah, but Clockwork Vendetta, they can move on to a point. They can have the position here while Moose is on a little bit of a running tour. This Bacon is definitely free range right now. Shoes Money Crew forced to run back. You got to think about the objective right now and think about getting Ricky out of here.
Mao's going to activate the sights. They know exactly where Ricky is now, but still, they're going to have to check him. Mao's is doing a good job of it so far, but he can sustain himself in the back line, and Mao's definitely can't. Engineer ends up falling down, so does Mini-Me. Engineer gets res, but they don't have a main tank to move on to the point. Doesn't stop them, though, as they use a... okay, flip back to Mao's. He instantly gets a pick onto from Moose. Obling is going to get taken down eventually. Zytor claiming yet another victim with his blaster. Ricky gets frozen up, but Zytor still managing to keep him alive somehow. He's alive as well. I'm not entirely sure how this is going on. Ricky is going to jump into block form to escape from the blizzard, but as soon as he comes out of it, he's going to get matched with Shoes Money Crew. They were just waiting for him. They do have ults to push on to this next fight, though. It's been a very confusing game so far. Moves on the flank of the Century. They haven't managed to really claim a whole lot. They claim to tick onto the point, and they got 2 minutes remaining now.
Oh man, this is so messy right now. Monk Martyr wants to try and get that Dragon Strike so that he can force some position. You can see Mouse was on a little bit of a cheeky flank up onto the high ground, and Monk Martyr wants to try and pressure that shield so his team has the advantage. Opening Dragon Strike from Shoes Money Crew.
Doesn't really find all too much. A lot of damage onto Mini-Me, though. He's trying to cower behind the little ice block there. Ricky does provide a little bit of cover himself when he does press the shift. There's the Blizzard, comes in, but they already taken out Monk Martyr. Are they going to have the damage to follow this up? They find the res, but they can't capitalize on this, Harry.
They're on the point right now. Mini-Me has claimed that, and Molten Core's going to claim all of this space as well.
Hardy's going to go really low, but that Supercharger in the side's doing a lot of work for them. A birthing boot there coming in, but is it actually going to matter at all? Like you said, the Molten Core claiming so much space. Mouse throws the pulse bomb out, secures the turret kill. That's the most important for the Tracer to go for, of course. Hardy actually ends up going down. It is Mouse trying to contend with the rest of them. He can't do it, of course. It's only one Tracer versus 4. And again, off the back of Engineer's Molten Core, you have to back off. And then it's easy reset opportunities for Mini-Me coming up big, putting the shield down. In front of Hadi, it's like, you come at me, bro. There's nothing you can really do to even contest the point.
Just as well with payload to card draws, because right now, Shoes Money Crew are on the highway to the danger zone. This is where Clockwork Vendetta have their most power. When they have momentum on their side, when the cart is moving and Engineer is set up on top of it with Mini-Me. You can see that moving shield has itself a turret behind it that can give a lot of suppressing fire. Mouse is picked off, forced to move over now. On to that Widowmaker. There's a lot of information that will be available for Shoes Money Crew to try and identify any flanks that can come through from Moose or Engineer. Mukmada caught out early could mean the Clockwork Vendetta abandon this push.
Oh, Hadi's going so low as well. A nice defensive wall was attempted by RB the best, but he can't quite get it off. Blizzard comes out as well on top of the payload. As Supercharger's going to go down fairly quick for Clockwork Vendetta, and now Naga isn't being checked up in the skies. He's raining down death from above. Ricky hasn't got a real chance here. They're kind of staggering him at this point. It's the first time I've seen a staggered May, but it is possible, of course, as you've got one of your own. Shoes Money Crew going to halt Vendetta for the time. However, Clockwork have got a lot of tools in their bank for the next fight. It's all up to Naga once again, finding a big barrage target, maybe with the help of Obling, splitting people up with a Dragon Strike.
There's so much to worry about though, Jaws. When you are static like that in a barrage, you can suffer from so many headshots from Mukmada, Engineer, and Ricky, all of which don't really suffer from damage drop-off. Moose is already dead though.
Good pick.
You're catching so much spam moving into here, it makes it very difficult. And Mouse, he's on a tear, my dude.
There we go.
Apex Predator.
Feels like Mukmada needs to switch over to the Widow, although he's doing a lot of work on the hand to himself, but Bowser's there to check him, of course. Naga gets resurrected as well. Easy for Shoes Money Crew when you've got Mouse on the Widow, with the sight lines he has as well. Mukmada throw him, maybe use the ult. Just throw it in, see what you can get with it, and then switch to the Widow. Someone has to check Mouse, and Hanzo, not the best character to do it, as he's got the projectiles, and Mouse has got sights now.
Yeah, those sights going to be a huge advantage. Mukmada uses the leap, will get across there safely. Not so much for Mini-Me, requires the additional healing.
Double headshot, had to back off, use that Fortify to reduce the damage she was intaking. Shoes Money Crew can still hold this corner here. Got the Bongo Avelo, of course.
There's a Valkyrie. This is their moment to move forward. We'll have to wait to see where Hadi wants to put down his shield. Naga has the barrage still ready, but he's going to need to clear some distance before he moves in with that. He's content to just blink away from long range because there's not really a huge amount of danger.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You got the supercharger damage as well. There's another kill for Mouse. Ricky's going to fall, and so is Mukmada. This was their time Shoes Money Crew looking for. This is their stand, Harry. They want to come back in this series. They're going to attempt to do it on Hollywood. Naga's not even using the Q key. He knows it's so dangerous to do so. That turret is going to keep him in check, but he's ruling the skies on his own without a pocket from a Mercy, no less.
Managing to catch Zander there on the disengagement means the Clockwork Vendetta, their backs are against the wall when it comes to the time bank. Time is ticking, the hourglass slowly draining away as Shoes Money Crew. They can lock down any entrance which they decide to take right here. Mukmada going for a cheeky shot. If he can get an early pick, force out that res, that may be what's required. But you've got to think about so many angles. Obling and Mouse, they're coming in as well. And you've got to be able to think about both of them. No crossfire right now, though.
Blizzard's going to come out straight on top of Moose, cancels his ult. Mukmada finds Mouse in the end. That barrage is going to strike the shield, but instantly Naga goes down. Engineer managed to click his head a lot quicker than he could click his. Gustav's going to find the res on Mouse, and again, it's up to him to take control of this game, but they move too far up. Clockwork Vendetta now making their push. I'll be the best on the back. He's going to get taken down quick, sharp, as Engineer finds blood in the water. Shoes Money Crew maybe have one more attempt at a touch here, but it's going to be a rushed one.
They're making their push. It's got to be an overtime. Mouse has popped the infra site, so he knows exactly where all of Clockwork Vendetta are. Ricky can lock down this cart if he so wishes. He's got that Blizzard, but no one's going to touch. Shoes Money Crew decide that a minute and 30 is more than enough. They've all got forward spawns. If they get Dragon Striked here, this could be the worst.
This is disastrous. Moose on the flank as well. They're all blocked off the wall on the Mega. But Gustav's popping the ult, Harry. They're all going to stay alive for the time being. A big hook onto Hadi, and he falls low. Mouse is going to click one and kill Engineer off, but there's too much suppressing fire from Mukmada for Shoes Money Crew to deal with. They're throwing everything at the wall right now to see what sticks. Shoes Money Crew still trying to fight out on this payload, dueling out for as long as they can to stall and burn the time bank down.
Well, they burn the time bank, but they've also burned their old bank. They've thrown all that money into a fire because some teams just want to watch the cart burn. Clockwork Vendetta moving in. They have themselves the ults of Ice and Fire. Blizzard and Molten Core will deny so much space from a defending team who are going to try and make this work with a supercharger and early pick.
Ricky's already dead. He had the ult. Zytor needs to go for a res or this could be all over. How do you lay down the supercharger? And they managed to get Zytor. 27 seconds now remaining. And a comp to try and get back onto the payload. Can't really contain the Orisa. Clockwork Vendetta need to push it a couple more meters to secure the series. Shoes Money Crew making their stand and last.
Mini-Me's not going to make the swap. It's going to be Mukmada. He's gone onto the Tracer. He's got to use that time, zip on in, trigger overtime, and allow for the rest of his team to get into position. Zander has the Valkyrie. Gustav does not, and here is a Molten Core from long range.
Molten Core launched on in to try and deny a lot of that space. It's going to do a lot of work pushing Hadi away. A hook onto Hadi, actually goes a little bit wide. Moose hasn't got that available now. Arguably the best goes low, but sends out a defensive Blizzard to try and end it all. Mouse is going to take out Engineer, but he's quickly cleaned up by Momada in the back. He ends up going down to Oblink, but the damage is done. Clockwork Vendetta take the series 3-0.
I don't know who this man is. Monkmada, he can play anything. He's striking, he's flicking, he's playing the flex support as well. Clockwork Vendetta, despite being taken to the edge there on Hollywood, claim the series 3-0, and that's got to get in your head so much. If you are Shoes Money Crew, you are so close, and you're looking at 3 people frozen in a blizzard. And the only thing you can do is stare. They've got the physical cover, they've got the shield, and there's so much warding as well. It's great play from Clockwork Vendetta.
Monkamada, I said, he's the guy to look to if you need to go clutch. He took out 2 in the end and was like, well, all this damage is too much for us to deal with. We've only got the Solar Heal Mercy. She needs to go for a res to even contend with people on the payload. And as soon as they hear that res sound going through, they know they can claim the space. That's exactly what they did. Clockwork Vendetta, they're now up to 3-1 in the standings now, Harry. On week 4, they're looking so good going into the later weeks and potentially securing their spot in the playoffs. We're going to jump to a quick break now, guys. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Clockwork Vendetta, with that win on Hollywood, will secure them the series, netting them a 3-1 in week 4 of Contenders. Not too bad for your first appearance for every single one of the players, plus the team itself.
Question is, will 3-1 be our ending scoreline, Jaws? This could be our first 4-0 of the entire season. We're 4 weeks in, and we haven't had a 4-0 yet.
Somehow.
Is Clockwork Vendetta going to be the one who delivers that? Shoes Money Crew certainly hoping it will not be the case as we go over to Rialto.
Something we talked about at the start of the series. Every map counts. Harry, You need the points on the board. The only thing separating Shoes Money Crew and British Hurricane now, who are on exactly the same scoreline of 1 and 3, are those map scores. And that is a big issue for Shoes. They are -3 currently. They got to step up, Harry, and this is the time to do it. Claim every map, easy win, you know?
Yeah, you sit on that 7, you're in the danger zone, right? You want to just get that little bit of additional map score so you can get up to 6. 6 is fine, you're safe. You're getting into playoffs if you're in 6th at the end
that easy.
of our group. It's just that easy. Just get into 6, just don't be 7th or 8th, and that's just the easiest play. I'm the ultimate coach when it comes to these teams. Rialto is our next play, and this is where you usually see a 3-3, but it seems like neither of our teams will want to run that because Clockwork Vendetta, it's not really their style, and Shoes Money Crew, they're going to be lacking the synergy when they've got Hardy in, and of course Naga as well.
Yeah, I've got to correct myself. The British Hurricane are 1-2. Shoes Money Crew are currently on 1-3.
Yeah, we're seeing them tomorrow in our rematch of the finals from Season 1.
So we'll see if Hurricane can clench the win there. Now, let's jump on to Rialto, Harry. Shoes Money Crew on the defense, Clockwork on the offense. When you are the loser in the maps, you do end up picking which side you want to start on. So Shoes Money Crew playing their cards fairly, not very close to their chest, to be honest. It's kind of on Rialto, if you do defend first, and it was very much a tale back when this was added to the map pool of what team could actually push through first. Didn't seem like anybody could. It was so defender-favored. Maybe Shoes Money Crew can crack the Clockwork Vendetta comp here. We'll have to wait to find out. Naga's back on the Farah. They're going triple DPS with a double sniper in tow as well.
Like, there are so many hazards on this first point, right? You've got the Tridd straight out of spawn where people can sort of like spawn camp you straight away. And then you've got 2 harsh 90-degree turns. Clockwork Vendetta right now. What do I see? Ricky, are you going to stay on this? Don't let me down. The safety egg of Clockwork Vendetta could keep Monk Marder incredibly safe. And why not? The man can track, the man can flick. He's a real MVP candidate, I'm pretty sure. And he is also going to have the boon of an immortality field. Somehow Clockwork Vendetta have ended up on triple tank. I don't know how it's happened, but I'm very happy to see it.
Oh, Mouse, don't check him. The only Mouse can really click. So Mouse has to kill Zaito here, or he has to kill Engineer with one fell swoop.
Oh, knocked off.
Well, Mouse is dead. Well, there goes that. Huddy takes a whole lot of damage as well. And Monk Marder, like you said, considering this small little egg that the Orisa and the Reinhardt can provide him, and he's just going to jump through that shield almost. Huddy gets dragged on in and quickly executed. Not entirely sure Shoes Money Crew saw this coming, Harry, to be honest with you. Clockwork Vendetta play the same old comp every single week, but maybe there are still some surprises to be had.
Monk Marder does have to stay still, though. It means that people not suffering from damage drop-off can easily take him out. You've got to touch the point, though, lads. It's still moving forward, whether you like it or not. Oh. I think he should have just stayed in recon mode right there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he had to kind of move up. There's the Dragon Strike on the payload, spinning everybody up. Moose is going extremely low. Tried to go for the remake, but ended up getting killed by Obling. Shoes Money Crew are going to hold it for the time, but that payload pushed fairly far up.
Monk Marder now going to swap over onto that Widowmaker. You don't want to play the Bastion when the cart's so far away, because obviously you've got such a long commute to try and set yourself up. And by the time you get on the cart, it's pretty much over anyway. Naga's got the barrage here, ready to go. Maybe here he can get an early pick onto someone like Zaitor, but Engineer is going to be more than ready to try and handle it. Also, Engineer on the Baptiste. Evidently, he's been engineering a couple more healing contraptions, his babies. This time, going to be immortality fields. That's a long sight line for Mouse to try and take advantage of.
I kind of breathed in very sharply there. I thought Mouse was about to find the head of Zaitor. This is a very, very early double support ult, lads. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, Mouse is going to go down as well. He can't heal through that, unfortunately. Hardy's going to fall too. Oh, the double support ults. Unfortunate for Shoes Money Crew. I'll be the best, we'll find one. Naga's going to come through from behind, though. I spoke too soon, maybe. Naga finds 2. Ricky's going to find I'll be the best. The cart, 0.48 meters away from getting delivered. Regardless of those supporters being used, Harry, they're still going to be able to hold.
Yeah, but it's definitely not going to be in their favor in terms of sustainability now with both those support ultimates gone. Zaitor, of course, is ready to go with his own Valkyrie. Mouse and Obling going to be trying to check him in the air. He may decide to play it a little bit low to the ground, but Engineer is going to be low to the ground. He's 6 feet under.
He's on the hands now instead.
Who is this player? Is Monk Marder just...
An absolute wizard is what he is. Plays almost anything, apparently. I played with this Hog in Q once. That was also
He's
pretty
not
good.
a wizard. He's an engineer.
All right,
Magic and science are the same thing.
Oh, Naga's going for a very, very cheeky flank. Gustav's still going to use that damage boost. Dragon Strike going to split everybody off again and actually find the kill onto Monk Marder. Mini-Me uses the supercharger as well, but it's quickly dispatched with by Naga also. And now they can just fight at range. No real danger of anybody going down, as Monk Marder did fall fairly early on.
Well, let me tell you something about danger, Jules. Right now, Clockwork Vendetta, their time bank is in danger. 55 seconds remain. And look, that cart's still moving backwards because they aren't able to touch it. This comp doesn't exceed very well in terms of gaining ground and moving forward. It moves forward at a very sluggish pace. And this means even if they win the next fight, they may not reach the cart in time for that to be a full completion. They could be encouraged at the end to have a final fight again, and Naga's been very good at clutching those out. Mouse has the advantage with the infrasights. No surprises coming through from Clockwork Vendetta. You know how Moose loves to flank. He's going to be trying to do it with a whole hog.
Ricky does have the Blizzard though, Harry. That could be their win con currently in this fight. Big sightline now for Mouse sitting right at the back. Well, Monk Marder knows exactly where he is. That's going to be the main issue. Now they're moving forward. Gustav with the support ult. I'll be the best got one as well. Naga takes out Engineer, though, to start off the fight. They can't go for this res as Naga's sitting there with the barrage. They do so, but leave Monk Marder in the back line. Naga takes out another one. Hidden far, it seems. There's the Blizzard. Engineer finds two, though. Blizzard's going to come out and find another couple. Nothing to stop it apart from the Blizzard. He was too low, but it might not matter in the end. OT's ticking down. Huddy gets on the payload and kills off Engineer. And Shoes Money Crew will end up halting Clockwork Vendetta on that first point.
Naga finally getting a little bit more value from these barrages right now. We saw that he basically saved the entirety of first point with a 3k barrage after somehow Shoes Money Crew lost Mouse while having double support ults. And unfortunately, neither of those double support ultimates are the ones that will help you when you receive burst damage. They'll only help you if you're receiving sustained damage because they're both HPS based instead of like a burst overshield, like a sound barrier. Shoes Money Crew now, they've got to be feeling excited. They have that win condition. But you talked about, Jaws, when we started watching Rialto, way back when.
Way back when.
When this
we have a lot of
map was
trouble
first
remembering,
released.
apparently, by Harry, by the way.
Yeah, well, in the legends of Overwatch lore.
EU Contenders lore.
Yeah. Rialto is very hard to complete on first. This is by no means a guaranteed win of the map for Shoes Money Crew, especially against Clockwork Vendetta, who will have a premium in defensive positioning. Right now, Zytor's on the Soldier 76, but won't stay that way, because, of course, they need a healer. At least I assume they need a healer. I don't know how they're going to try and surprise me next, but Shoes Money Crew may well be the ones looking to surprise Clockwork Vendetta on the rollout here. If they can catch them off guard, they will be able to get momentum rolling and potentially put Clockwork Vendetta in a very dangerous position.
Well, he can surprise me. A lot of my teammates surprise me in solo queue sometimes. That 5 DPS comp, it works out sometimes.
5 DPS and Wrecking Ball.
More often than not. Yeah, 5 DPS and Wrecking Ball. What a combo. I'm just going to go May.
Or Roadhog, who says in chat, looks like you guys need a healer.
I have gold healing. I'm Roadhog. It's like, yes, well, we also have an Arno trying to heal 5 people and constantly getting picked off. Sorry, frustration's coming out there. I'm sorry.
Another thing for a therapist.
Wow. All right, okay.
Mal's going to be looking to try and control these sightlines once again, but he's going to be potentially here marked by Monk Marder, who's going to be looking down these same sightlines, looking for Mal's. The duel here for Widowmakers may well...
They know where he is.
May just determine how this push goes. An early pick could spell the end of it all.
Ricky's so accurate with those right clicks, man. It's actually pretty scary. Or to 40% the ult charge as well. Hardy gets sent up into the sky using that shift as he gets halted in. Pretty scary, flying Orisa, but a big hitbox. Apparently so does Obling. Moose reaches through the shield, instantly picks him off. Nice little start for Clockwork Vendetta.
Yeah, great hook right there. That's a hog champ for Moose, at least. And now Clockwork Vendetta, they haven't really built up a huge amount of ultimate charge. Only Zytor is going to be very close, 80% of the way.
All right, okay.
Monk Marder winning that one out early. Once again, great fortify from Hardy. Stops anyone from getting caught out. And this time, the countermeasure to try and deal with the halt is the wall. We've talked about this before, but we're seeing less of it because Shoes Money Crew aren't playing as much of the Roadhog, so you don't need the wall as much. It's better to use it for isolation onto Hardy usually, or to push him out under him, like up from his shield so he can get a hook.
See the turret here on the back near that mega health pack? What that turret does is consistent source of damage. So wherever you're peeking, there's always damage focusing upon you. And that's quite frustrating if you're a solo healer because everybody's getting chipped out. And when that does happen, you'll then focus your attention away from the Pharah onto other picks. Nice little hook once again.
Speaking of a Pharah.
Instant kill onto Naga. Good defense from Clockwork Vendetta, but to be honest with you, Harry, could we expect anything less?
And what you were talking about with the turret is also important because you're playing that Pharah. It means Pharah can't go up in the air because there's constant hit scan damage assailing her. That means she constantly needs to pocket. You can't play as aggressively with a Pharah as you would like because there's no way in which they're going to be able to get up in the air and not be taking damage. Choose Money Crew now. They're rotating. They want to try and take control of the high ground, but you can see Ricky's here waiting. May well decide to use an emote to get that 3D peek, and an early pick onto that turret will mean that there's going to be less damage.
Naga's been spotted. Oh, very close to going down. Does a mega health pack to use, of course, but Ricky and Engineer are going to find kills of their own. Now, Clockwork Vendetta is setting up with ults, finding picks without even need to use any. Monk Marder does pop the Infocytes, though, to gain a little bit more information. That was close. Hard leaping every single time Monk Marder used that grapple.
And Gustav and Pharah are very no man's land. Gustav's your only support, or at least they've got I'll be the best as well, but you need to try and recover your pharmacy duo, because right now they're just on an adventure. They need a helicopter evac right now.
Yeah, you see that turret again placed down, so if they do try and flank, instantly the turret checks where they are. Also, the turret, what it does perfectly is it's a countermeasure to anybody trying to flank, because you see the turret move around. Oh, there's someone behind us. Sweet, the laser's pointing at them, right? Ricky's got the blizzard behind them. The Hulk's going to come through, and
he's used Fortify. He can get frozen now.
Well, Ricky might. Oh, Mouse, you are about 20 HP, mate, and everybody else is going to go down in front of you. Though you've got a big problem in your hands. A Transcendencing Zenyatta is going to save the bacon for the time being. Honey is going to get blizzarded, but he's going to go instantly down. There's nothing really Gustav can do. He had to fly into him, but the blizzard was there to protect from the res.
I'll be the best, taken down by McMahon. Naga's not going to be much longer for this world, and now Gustav, he could be staggered out.
Maybe. No. Oh, Ricky could have gone for another hammer kill. He's got one on Numlock last week. He needs some more in the bank.
They should have played that one a lot longer right there. 27 seconds remain for Choose Money Crew. We thought this may not have been a guaranteed win, and it's definitely looking that way. Engineer puts down his turret. No flanks allowed. You're going to be found out. And of course, he's got the Molten Core. He does have the Overload. He's got everything he needs to try and repulse this next attack onto the cart. Look at this. On the edge. It is going to be Opling on that Tracer ready to touch the cart should it be needed. If he can get an assassination onto Zytor, that's going to be huge.
Someone needs to touch. Someone needs to touch. Finally, someone contests. It's going to be Obling, but instantly Naga gets hooked again. Moose is finding two with a double kill. Oh, Gustav falls. It's all over. Clockwork Vendetta holds Shoes Money Crew in the fuller hold. They didn't even get it past the first corner. What a disaster, Shoes Money Crew. Falling at the first hurdle, and Clockwork Vendetta, as they clean Naga off of the point, find themselves a 4-0 in the series, and the first 4-0 a Contenders Season 2.
They've broken the 4 Overwatch Accords. We have had a very much decisive victory here from Clockwork Vendetta, even though there was a little bit of a struggle on Hollywood. We cannot deny 4-0. People said coming in, oh yeah.
What a statement to make.
It was just trials, Jaws.
Yeah, it was
going
just
against
trials.
better players, they're easily going to be countered. You can counter these heroes so easily. And they're like, we'll just play Pharah. They've got projectile heroes. How are they going to... You don't understand how good these guys can aim with... They don't need hit scan.
When Ricky and Engineer are both instantly and just consistently connecting with the Pharah with the right clicks and just the left clicks of Engineer, like there's not really much you can do. And like we said about the turret, checks the Pharah really, really well. If you don't take that out from range, it's a perfect detection system. It's a perfect checking of the Pharah. It even checks things like Tracer as well. Makes her life a whole lot harder.
Yeah, and you really need to be able to check those Tracers, right? That's such an important part of this composition, because when you're running a single healer, going up against Tracer or Genji, that can end your day real fast if you make sure that no one's really going to be getting any healing, no second chances are going to be coming through. But we've had so many different MVP candidates today on the side of Clockwork Vendetta. Obviously, standouts are Moose and McMarder, but Zytor's been so reliable for them. It's not easy to be that solo healer all the time.
It's a lot of stress.
And of course, he's also played on the Hanzo to great effect on Busan as well, and they had Scarippa coming to play the main support. And I've just been so impressed with him as someone who could really handle the stresses of being that solo healer so well, does not choke under pressure, and he's even willing to like throw in a Valkyrie, have a little bit of fun here and there to try and get in Mouse's head with the Valkyrie assassinations on Widowmakers.
Yeah, that matchup is definitely in favor of the Mercy, I'm just saying.
The movement's just unpredictable.
Yeah,
you can't
so
deal
fast
with it.
Pistol does a lot of damage too, and it's a lot of instant damage as well. If you're like moving towards them as the pistol does fire, because it's a projectile, you're like, oh, I'm already half, oh, I'm dead. Well, there's not very much I can do to react. Naga's been doing really well on the Pharah though. Big props to him. Again, coming into the team fairly late. It's been the big roster shuffle. Surprise, surprise, we're halfway through EU Contenders, and a lot of the players are now moving around some of the teams. And what we talked about at the start of the series was this 3-3 and how it's very, very hard to play against Clockwork Vendetta, but when you isolate it on its own, with new people coming into the lineup, that could be fairly tough to actually nail down correctly. And if you go against a team that's had a lot of practice, i.e., let's say British Hurricane, you're not going to have a good time because you haven't had a lot of time to actually practice those kind of comps.
Yeah, in the coming weeks, I want to see more of what HSL attempted against